Home and Away Spoilers Harper faces danger as she goes into labor. This week on Home and Away in Australia, Harper goes into labor in the middle of the bush, with only Eliza for help. Will she and her baby survive? Harper hasn't had an easy ride during her pregnancy, but in true Summer Bay fashion, there's one final twist in store as baby Archie decides he wants to make an early appearance. Having already undergone risky surgery on her unborn child, after he was found to have a cyst on his lung, it was advised that Harper have caesarean section for the birth, which is booked in for this week. It was only a matter of days ago that Harper was due to marry Tane, the father of the child, but it had become all too obvious that Tane's heart wasn't really in it, and he was only with Harper for the sake of their baby. Confronting Tane on the morning of the wedding, Harper called off the ceremony after Tane admitted that, whilst he cared for her, he wasn't in love with her. That has left Harper in a quandary over what to do about Archie's upbringing. Although Tane has always maintained that he would be there to co-parent, Harper was unable to look past the heartbreak he'd caused her when she reluctantly asked to meet up later that day. Lashing out at Tane, Harper told him that she wanted nothing more to do with him, and was going to go it alone. Meanwhile, Rue has been at a loss as to how to help 14-year-old foster child Eliza, whose worrying behavior has seen Marilyn temporarily move to the beach house in fear for her safety. Alf was furious to learn of the development when he returned from his latest visit to Merimbula, and after learning that Eliza had stolen one of his fishing knives, figured putting her to work as punishment was the only solution. But Rue reached out to Harper, wondering if the social worker would be able to get through to Eliza instead. It wasn't a decision taken lightly, given that Eliza had shown a rather concerning obsession with Harper's baby. But Harper agreed to talk with her. Harper invited Eliza over to the beach house where she seemed to be making some headway with the teen. Yet with Marilyn hovering around out of concern, vowing to keep an eye on things for Tane, Harper suggested to Eliza that they could go for a drive somewhere. Harper believes Eliza is a misunderstood girl and only wants the best for her. But little does she realize how she'll come to regret that decision. As we return to the scene this week, Harper and Eliza take a walk along a creek in the bush, and even take the opportunity for a selfie together. Harper soon comments that baby Archie is kicking, fascinating Eliza once again, but when she suddenly doubles over in pain, she realizes to her horror that she's having a contraction. It's only 2 days before Harper is due to have her C-section. But things quickly progress and it's clear that baby Archie has no intention of waiting. Harper asks a transfixed Eliza to call for help, but Eliza only pretends to phone for an ambulance, instead wanting to wait and see what unfolds before her. Harper believes Eliza is fascinated with pregnancy and babies. Jessica continues, but she doesn't realize it's the pain of giving birth that Eliza is captivated by. Harper is oblivious to the fact that there's no help en route as she waits in agony. And when she realizes that there are a number of missed calls from Tane, it's Eliza that he finally gets to talk to, much to his concern. As a promo for this week's episode shows, Tane asks Eliza where they are, but Eliza appears unwilling to answer him, stalling for time. Harper asks Eliza to give her the phone, but she remains silent, as a frustrated Tane demands for Eliza to answer him. Tane is panicked enough at the thought of Harper being forced to give birth naturally, without the added complication of her being alone with Eliza. And it's only now that Harper is realizing that Eliza's fixation could be putting both her and the baby's life in serious danger. Harper fears for the life of her unborn child. She was told giving birth naturally could put the baby's life at risk. Jessica adds, enlisting the help of cardiothoracic surgeon Levi, who performed the in utero surgery on Harper. Tane sets out on a mission to find them. Meanwhile, as Eliza remains transfixed on Harper, she takes out her phone and secretly presses the record button, clearly wanting to capture every moment of Harper's suffering for posterity. We'll help reach Harper and baby Archie before it's too late. And what are Eliza's intentions? Fan Sarah Gaze had joined the Home and Away tour in mid-November and witnessed a scene being filmed between Tane and Harper at the coffee cart. The pair were all smiles as they chatted and played with baby Archie in his buggy, also confirming that Tane will indeed get to play a part in his son's life. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more movie spoilers next week. Goodbye and see you again.